Hi everybody, welcome. Thank you for spending time with me. Thank you for your loyalty and friendship and continued support. Okay, today we're going to jump right back into our royals and royal stories and gossip. I do not really know where to start. It is just one huge mess. I think I'm going to start with Harry and Meghan because I find that overall my subscribers care less and less about them and just sees them as oddities and pests. So we are not as emotionally invested in them anymore as we are in the rest of the family. Okay, I discussed the whole Harry and Meghan and California fire scenario with someone I know fairly well, someone whose intuition and wisdom has always been rather spot on, and who knows far more people in the United States than I do. They moved to the United States many years ago, and I happen to know them because we had kids at the same school. Well, she tells me that we should not be fooled by the couple of seconds of hand-holding in the Pasadena video. Yes, Meghan is indeed trying to win Harry back, but Harry is having none of it. She actually responded to my last two videos and pointed some things out to me. At one point, we see Meghan stomping off, arms crossed, walking past a veteran in a wheelchair without even glancing at him. Well, to be honest, so did Harry. But Meghan really, or nearly, tripped over him and did not so much as look up. Then we also saw Meghan walking with her arms crossed, standing with her arms crossed, etc. And this was because she was basically being ignored, and mainly by Harry. She also pointed out that when they were all going up that wall to get to the ruins of that house, Harry stood and watched how Meghan battled to get up on top. It was up to others to help her. She says Harry and Meghan have an agreement to pretend to be together in public, at least until Meghan has found something to continue her life and, of course, her income with. Harry was hoping she would go back to acting. I mean, a series of Hallmark movies would be just what Meghan needs. But apparently the interest in Meghan is dropping by the minute, and phone calls are being met with, "Sorry, not interested." She says Harry is just going along with it at the moment, but he's really finding it more and more difficult being near Meghan, or so it appears to everyone. She says I was right, and he is indeed spending more and more time in New York City. She also told me that allegedly Meghan's mental state is very fragile at the moment. It is her opinion that if Meghan does not calm down soon, she will have a complete breakdown. She says, "No, I was slightly wrong yesterday. Meghan is not unaware of all her flops. She is actually very aware of it, and it is now starting to take a toll on her." She says Meghan is fully aware that at some point she will lose Harry, and then she will no longer have the protection of being a royal. Meghan is allegedly also worried that the truth about the children, whatever that may be, will come out during a divorce, and that is why she will do anything to prevent a divorce. although there is truly no talk, none whatsoever, of divorce yet. She thinks it is just a matter of time. It is likely that a similar scenario will play itself out as with Charles and Diana, where each of them will have different love interests for a year or 2 or 3 until it becomes so embarrassing that there is a divorce. That is if Meghan will be in a state to attract interest or maintain a relationship for the next few years. Her current state is allegedly not conducive to any such thing. Now, okay, this is all very sort of private and personal information, so I was a little wide-eyed, and before I could check myself, I asked her how she actually knows all of this, and she just said, "Sorry, I can't tell you that." So guys, sorry, I can't tell you that either because I don't know. But it sounded so logical, so real, and so true. And everything else she said was indeed backed up by either footage or pieces of information coming from other places. As a matter of fact, I was told something by a fairly trusted source, one which had been proven accurate many, many times, and I was told this particular snippet months ago, if not a year or more ago. I honestly can't remember. Time passes so quickly, but I hanged on to it because I just thought that there may be serious repercussions if I actually went ahead and shared it. I certainly hinted at it, and in numerous videos, and in one fairly recently. I mean, I'll give you guys a hint. Think Aquazura shoes and the suit's wardrobe. Allegedly, when a certain person is in a certain state of mind, she has a bit of a compulsion to acquire stuff without necessarily buying it. Small things, sometimes unnecessary things. Apparently it is linked to her stress levels, and as we know, it is an impulse control disorder. So it can and is most likely linked to the personality disorder. Anyway, this is a very touchy and risky subject, so let's rather step away from it. The only reason why I'm even mentioning it is because it came up by a third party more or less at the time I was having this back and forth with my acquaintance, and I thought, okay, this is a coincidence, but maybe the one story supports the other. Okay, and then there was a lot of discussion about the short clip of Meghan with her Our Place bags and that red-haired girl. I wish I could straight out say what I really want to say, but I can't. So I'm going to put it like this. People with no self-awareness also has no awareness of other people's boundaries and personal space. I mean, that is logic and needs no further explanation. That video clip where the girl 100% closes herself off from Meghan by crossing her arms and even stepping back, yet Meghan persists to approach and grab her by the arms, even going so far as to extend her neck and giving a maniacal grin in the girl's face. My dear friends, in my opinion, that is proof of Meghan's personality disorder. It is not as unusual as you think. I'm sure you have been in a grocery store and the person behind you keeps creeping up on you. You step a little forward so that he or she stops bumping into you, or you can stop smelling their breath. But alas, as soon as you move an inch, so do they. It happens. Well, Megan is one of those people. She will jump on you, creep up on you, whether you want it or not. The best thing to do is just to say, I do not like to be touched. Don't be rude, and don't be too nice either. With people like Megan, you have no choice. They have no self-awareness and no awareness of your discomfort when she steps, or he, into your aura or your personal space either. Okay, so let's move on. Did you hear that Williams' Earthshot Prize made a total income of £23.5 million according to its latest annual report, whereas Harry and Meghan's Archroyal Foundation only managed to collect £4.67 million for the same period? Also note that £8.6 million came from the Royal Foundation, in other words, William and Catherine, and £6.1 million, ironically, came from the American Friends of the Royal Foundation of the Prince and Princess of Wales. That £6.1 million alone exceeds the amount of total donations raised by the Archroyal Foundation. Ooh, ouch, that must hurt. Now, I'm going to mention this. If that £4.67 million income of the Archroyal Foundation, a good portion was investment income, and £3.9 million was once again from an individual mystery donor. An amount of £260,000 also then came from 5 separate donors. Okay, so with that nugget for you to chew on, here's another one. Harry will receive, and inverted commas, limited protection when he visits the United Kingdom for his court case. Now my question is, why is he receiving Met protection at all? Charles has now removed and stopped paying for all of Andrew's security. So why should Harry, the tourist in both England and America, receive any state-funded security? So next time I visit the United Kingdom, I also want a protection officer. If one tourist can get it, why not another? Okay, I'm joking, but I've said it and I'll say it again. I do not care what Charles and Harry's relationship is like, but I'm almost 99.9% sure Charles is still supporting Harry in numerous ways behind the scenes, with or without Harry's knowledge, and I would say with his and Meghan's knowledge, but I have no proof of that. But I feel I can almost guarantee you that Charles is supporting Harry and Meghan in numerous ways. Okay? And in a way, I have a very, let's say, strong feeling, okay, because I don't have the proof yet, that Charles paid Ted Sarandos with a CBE And maybe something else, like a check, I don't know, to keep Meghan on Netflix. This Met protection must also have been approved by the king, or at least the head of the police must have consulted with Charles and asked him, well, I think we can spare 2 guys or whatever. Would you mind if we put them on Harry, or, whatever. But I'm sure there was some kind of discussion. Now, the next thing I think many of us would like to know is, how did Harry's case against the media get to move to a higher court? I think Trevor Coulter's right. That anonymous donor who donates to Archwell annually is more than likely the king himself. Well, Harry is also using the court case as the reason why he is no longer joining Meghan on her disaster tourism tour. Oh well, we shall see what happens. I have a feeling as to what is going to happen, but it's only a feeling, so let's not go to the mountain yet. Okay, the year is finally in full swing, whether I feel like it or not. Dragon Man has Christian youth tonight, first aid services tomorrow, cricket next week, Tuesday and Thursday, drama on Wednesday, and somewhere in between he has to play mascot and has a chess game. I think I'll need a new set of tires soon. Actually, I need a new car. Mine is really on the brink of retirement. Oh well, a donkey will keep the grass short as well. No, I'm only joking. We do not ride donkeys to school anymore. But it's either that or starting to walk at 6 a.m. Anyway, let's hope and pray the green wagon will last another year. Okay, guys, I'm going to take a break. I think tomorrow, okay, I'll give myself off. So, in that case, I'll see you on Sunday. But if the weather does not permit me to work outside, I may decide to make a video tomorrow and take Sunday off. But for now, I'm going to say goodbye, take care, and stay safe. Bye.